Hey guys, Joey Lopez here. We're going to be looking at the tarot and the astrology charts this month. So how this works is I usually get asked in the comments, how do I know which tarot video to watch? Well, I'm going to break it down for you guys at the beginning of all your videos this week by copying and pasting this one video to show you how to really find what video is going to resonate with you. Now, if we're just doing tarot, you can look at any tarot video that I post and you can look at the title, see which one's resonating with you, and that tarot video should resonate with you. And generally I don't talk about planets, right? And when we're looking at tarot, sometimes tarot card readers say, oh, this read is timeless. So those reads with just tarot can be timeless, and if they hit you at a certain time or you find the video at a certain time, divine timing, and it resonates with you and you get your answer, that video is your video, of course. Now, when I hit astrology, or I'm talking about astrology just when I'm doing random tarot, that is not timeless because the planets are doing something at that certain time. And so if you catch that video and I'm talking about Jupiter entering Pisces and you're watching that 3 years from now, that's no longer effective, that message. Okay? The second part of this is, well, which sign do I know to look at? My moon, my sun, or my rising? Well, the easy answer is check your rising. That's going to hit you the hardest when we do charts, because I throw a chart here basically on the morning hours of whatever rising sign is going to be for that day. So I will put Aries in the rising and I will see all the planets affecting you for that day and time. And so how that works is, if you're a daytime baby, it might resonate more with you if you listen to your sun sign, your rising. If you're a nighttime baby, it might resonate a little bit more for you for your moon sign and your rising. Now, I've had exact opposites, right? So sometimes the nighttime babies are resonating with their sun sign. And, I have friends that are, one sign and they've been that sign, and then when I tell them about their rising sign, they're like, oh, the rising sign's actually resonating more than my sun sign. So that's how that works. Leave in the comments below if you're a nighttime baby, specifically nighttime babies, if your nighttime and your moon sign resonates more than your sun sign video did. Very interesting. As astrologers, we're always studying, we're trying to see what's going to resonate more with people. So go ahead and leave that too if your sun sign and the sun sign resonates more than the moon sign. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys on how to watch these videos and how, if they're going to resonate with you or not, or how to find the exact video that you're looking for. I hope that helped, and let's get started with your March read. Aries, hi, welcome to your read for March 2022. We're going to be looking at the tarot and astrology for you. If you'd like a personal read or you just like to get to know me personally, I have all those links below in the description. Like, share, subscribe to the channel while you're down there, please. Every little bit helps me and grow this channel. Okay, Aries, let's get started here. Oh, that's good. We have the Death card in your general energy here. There's some big changes for you coming in March. Really big changes coming for you. Now, it's funny because this is a Scorpio card, right? And I feel like there's a certain amount of fear attached to this change. And what's challenging this change is your happiness. The Sun card here, and that's a Leo card. These are fixed energies we're dealing with in your life during the month of March. Interesting. And you have the Two of Coins. While you're here, you're trying to strike balance into some portion of your life that feels unbalanced. So you have to change something here. In the past, 3 of Coins. You know, this is just you working on things, your routine, your day-to-day. And this is not letting people in that space of bothering you while you're doing that work, or like trying to interfere with the mission at play for you this month, Aries. And I think that this has been something that's been going on with you for the last 2 months when it comes to careers and things like that. And that makes sense, right? You have Mars and Venus in your 10th house now, and there's Pluto there. So this is about contracts, and that's been kind of going on now for a while, where you have, it feels like negotiations are going on at work. And this could be also being put pressure on at work, where you're being told, hey, you're doing a really good job. Because Mars in the 10th does a really good job. Doesn't matter what sign it's in, although it's Capricorn, and wow, you know? But you're doing an excellent job at work now. But the problem is that you might be caught in between doing too much for 2 other people or 2 other energies. And you're caught in between this kind of like, hey, you're doing really good. Yeah, you're doing really good, but maybe you're taking on a little bit too much here. And maybe that's what's challenging your happiness. You have the 7 of Coins here, right? And that's exactly what I was talking about. Doing a lot of work and not seeing any significant result. But, you know, because this isn't the strength. You know, Aries, I think this is you actually seeing some sort of greater result. When? I don't know, because there's an hourglass on this card. And when I see the hourglass, I think Saturnian things that take time. That could be when Mars enters the 11th house and you start seeing the wishes that you wanted, the manifestations to start to slowly trickle in because of your hard work. The hard thing is that Saturn's going to be there kind of with his arms crossed when Venus and Mars come into Aquarius, and he's going to tell the children to sit down. You may have supervisors that are telling you to sit down and listen up. And I think how you translate this is how you guide the next couple weeks in your career. And you have the Empress here for your ultimate result. And I like the Empress because it's kind of like a breath of fresh air here. This is people bending the knee to you. Understanding the hard work that you've been putting in is actually precise. And there's a beauty about the way you've worked and the way you've put your attention in your career field now. It's such a beauty that it starts to show, and you're going to see some sort of results here, and it could be sometime within the next month or 2 here. March is definitely going to be a hard-working aspect, and there is some changes that you want to see here, and what it's challenging is your happiness here. But let's look where your happiness is going to be here. It's going to be in 8th house, change. Isn't that funny? Yeah, you're going to have 8th house. Why do I say the 8th house? Well, I look at what the sun is aspecting. He's in Pisces and in the 12th house here. But what's really going on here is that 8th house is where the sun's going to be the happiest. And that's funny because the sun is, remember, and I talked about Scorpio, and Scorpio is your 8th house ruler there. He's holding the least to the 8th house there, and the sun is saying, yeah, that's exactly where I'll be happy, some sort of change. Now, if this is some sort of career change or relationship changes, you do have a 7 here. Could be, this is kind of a lot similar to that Aries read last week that I was really scared of putting out there because it was tied to a lot of financial aspects, and I was very worried putting out a video like that. where, you know, it may be you or your person shunning you because the financial aspects aren't looking good, aren't looking positive. I was really worried about putting a video out like that, but you know, it's funny because it doesn't matter if you're a tarot card reader, it doesn't matter if you're an astrologer, the messages always come out the same. Yeah, well, yeah, Joey, because you could talk about all of them at the same. Well, Aries, I've only been talking about your money, your career. For the last 3 weeks, that's all I've been focused on. And you do shine here. You get another change card here. The Queen of Cups, the Hermit, Knight of Coins, and the Four of Cups. There is some sort of disappointment here at the end of the road, but I think you can overall kind of navigate these energies here. How? Well, the universe wants you to change and be that beauty when it comes to your career. Or maybe this is understanding that there is beauty inside of you, and you don't need to change for people, whether that be in your career field or your love life here. You don't have to change this silly damn thing about yourself here. But you're saying, you know, well, Joey, you said at the beginning, I want to change. Well, maybe the universe is telling you here that you don't have to change too much. Right? This could be mundane as well. It could be like maybe you just need to change your schedule. Make some time for fun stuff that makes you happy, that makes you feel good. If you're constantly working, going to the gym, cooking your meals, maybe you don't have enough time to do enough you time, right? So maybe you need to do pre-cook your meals, that type thing. I don't know. But maybe I'm picking up schedule conflicts here too with Knight of Coins, because Knight of Coins here, he's kind of a slower moving energy here. So because, you know, maybe you're too afraid to change, take your time. Take your time changing. Maybe it's just a schedule change, that type thing going on here. Also picking up with that Knight of Coins that maybe there's somebody that's just messaging you slowly, not coming off too interested. I think they're interested in you. And then here for your hope and fear is the Hermit. Too much introspection, too much going in. And this card brings in, normally it doesn't bring in anxiety for me, but when I look at it in your read, it kind of brings up a little of anxiety for me because it's in a fear section, right? So you're afraid that you always have to go into this introspection mode. This is also kind of like mercurial things, like trying to get away with things at work. Maybe you're trying to get away with a lot. Or maybe it's people trying to trick you into doing a lot more than you already put out for work. This is also relationships as well. People tricking you to put out a lot more than you can actually give here. As well, be careful with a friend that might be saying, hey, can you watch out for, you know, my position or my shift while I'm gone or whatever. Just watch out for that. Because you might take that and you might not be able to fulfill whatever the hell they wanted you to do here. There are certain disappointments here, and it could be coming from, well, why do you say that? Well, you know, I'm looking at this chart and I do see that, you know, Mercury's sitting in the 11th house and Saturn's right there by him, and they're really close to each other now. And they are gonna be touching here pretty soon. And to me, that's kind of like getting caught. Joey, why are you looking at Mercury? Well, we have the Hermit, and it's a Virgo card. and it's introspection, and there is disappointment attached to it. And this whole thing is maybe that you need a change, and that first step starts with people asking you to do things that you can't do. Whether it come into the aspects of work or a love relationship here or a friendship, you're doing too much here this month. And I think you need to do a little bit more for your happiness here that's being challenged. This is the overall happiest card in the tarot deck, but why is it being challenged? Well, because you're not having enough happy you time, Aries. And like I said, it's aspecting that 8th house. So, let's see what's being hidden from you this month here, Aries. What's being hidden from you is the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiterian things, 12th house, expansion. You have the Sun and Jupiter. They're gonna be on top of each other here pretty soon, and this could be, you finding some sort of success overseas. Maybe this is your dreams actually seeming like, because Jupiter and Neptune is that, it's funny because as an astrologer and then watching my friends talk on social media, like, oh man, I'm going to start this up and it's going to be amazing and I have this dream, and I'm watching all this stuff just happen all of a sudden, and it's all just kind of unfolding in front of me, right? But for you, Aries, I mean, there is a chance here with this Wheel of Fortune that those dreams that seem a little out of reach can actually be right there in reach. A lot of the things that you're trying to manifest, or if you're using law of attraction, if you're using manifestations at this time, I feel like you can't lose now, Aries. There is no way you can lose. But it takes a little shift here and a little change for that to happen. And all of a sudden your happiness comes here. And for some of you, I do feel like there is a great sense of overworking yourself when it comes to a relationship, work, when it comes to in the sense of a friendship. You could be stressing yourself out. All right, for all my single Aries, let's see here. Your happiness is going to be with communication. If you're a single Aries and you're looking for love out there, your happiness is going to be communication. So try to communicate more with people that you're interested in, or friends that you may consider love relationships. As well as taking little short distance trips, I feel will be healthy for you and is going to make you happy during the month of March. For my in relationship Aries, your happiness is going to be with service, doing community service with your partner, or maybe taking care of a partner. If your partner has any health issues or anything at this time, you can get happiness by taking care of them or doing something service related, I feel like. So if it's like beach cleanup, that type stuff. I'm drawing a blank. There's something I wanted to say and I'm drawing a blank here when I was looking at this. Let me see here. Hold on, because that's Virgo. Yeah, so it could be inviting friends over to your home, that type thing. Would bring you some sort of happiness there with your current relationship. It's doing things in groups, communities. There will be a sense of overall happiness for the relationship, doing things in groups with friends. The other thing here, let's say you're not looking for love right now and you just want to have fun, or you're just looking for the career messages here. For you, Aries, your happiness will be in changing little things here and there about your it's kind of similar to the message we were doing here. And that's funny because the first message we didn't really touch much on love or love situations ships. So this is going to be kind of like a general for if you're not even looking for that type of stuff. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of changes you need to make in your overall schedule, some changes you need to make, maybe something spiritual, or if you're into tarot cards, maybe buying your own tarot card deck and doing reads for your friends, that type thing, bring you overall good happiness. And that's funny because if you're doing that, that's kind of like doing the service. So it would be like the relationship Aries, that's where you would have some overall sense of happiness. Anyways, I hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye, Aries.